Hello, folks. How are you? I think you are all enjoying your home quarantine. Some are you enjoying, or some are not. Guys, see, it's a serious issue. This corona effect on our economy will be last for more than a year. We are observing many layoffs and losses in the companies. As a result, you people are going to face many problems in finding jobs. So use this time wisely. Use your time to improve yourself, not others. I'm not asking you to stop playing PUBG or stop chatting with your friends. Do chat when you get tired of or bored when with your preparation for goals. Don't prepare when you get bored in chatting or PUBG. If you do so, you're going to regret it. I'm not threatening you. I'm just saying it's up to you guys. Okay students, let us jump into the topic. In today's video lecture, I'm going to start Unit 4 and try to complete it in this one lecture. Our first topic is MIS in functional areas. Students, hope you all remember the 4 M's of any business to be managed. They are men, money, material, and machines. Here, men can be implied to human resource function, money can be implied to accounting function, material can be implied to marketing and sales production function, and machines can be implied to production and operation functions. In our previous classes, we studied about different levels of organization that are operational, tactical, strategic, which are horizontal divided. If you see this picture, the functional areas are vertically divided. As sales and marketing, manufacturing, finance, and human resource. At each level, these functions are performed by different information systems which we already studied, like transactional process system, managerial information system, decision support system, and executive support system. Now I hope you all have a clear idea of what we are going to learn today. That is MIS in different functional areas. Next, types of managerial information system. We are going to deal about each information system below. First, that is financial information system. Next, marketing information system. Next, personal information system, that means HRIS, that implies human resource information system. Next, production information system. In detail, let us start financial managerial information system, that is financial MIS. The basic function of any managerial information system, that is MIS, is to provide useful information to managers to take tactical decisions. In the same way, if we consider financial information system, it is more concerned with the financial data and provides information to the financial manager. The important functions are: it integrates financial information from multiple sources like from sales, from salaries, etc. And it provides easy access to the financial information to whoever required in a prescribed format. It makes any financial analysis with the help of this managerial information system. It enables financial manager to compare historic means like previous financial trends with current financial activities. For example, for projecting profit for the present financial year, we can analyze the previous year. To do so by comparing the sales of present year with the sales in the previous year. Next slide. The financial managerial information system often has a number of subsystems like revenue system, cost and profit system, auditing system, etc. These all combine together to form financial MIS. Examples of financial MIS softwares are Tally. Hope you all know about the Tally. Next one is BMS, that is Banking Management System. It is an example for financial management system. IFPS, Interactive Financial Planning System. It is also an example for FMIS. Next function is Marketing Managerial Information System. Students, simply what is Marketing MIS do is it helps in providing information to perform the 4 P's of marketing. What are the 4 P's of marketing? Product, place, price and promotion. What you all learn in the marketing management subject, right? And from this diagram we can understand what actually the MIS of marketing do. It starts from recording business transactions at operations level. As I told, transactional process system where the recorded data will be processed. Next it goes to database from transactional process system. This output becomes input to the marketing MIS, and then it is sent to different systems like marketing decision support system, marketing executive information system, marketing executive support system, etc. Next slide we are going to learn about human resource management system, shortly called HRIS. Same as the financial MIS and marketing MIS, HRIS and marketing IS, material MIS will help in performing activities that are learned in these subjects. Simply, MIS has different functions. సింపుల్గా హెచ్ఆర్ఐఎస్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ సిస్టమ్ ఏం చేస్తుందంటే, మీరు ఏ పర్టికులర్ సబ్జెక్ట్లో ఏవైతే ఫంక్షన్స్ నేర్చుకుంటారో, ఫర్ సపోజ్ హెచ్ఆర్ తీసుకోండి, దాంట్లో మీరు మ్యాన్ పవర్ ప్లానింగ్, రిక్రూట్మెంట్ అండ్ సెలెక్షన్, ట్రైనింగ్ అండ్ డెవలప్మెంట్, కెరియర్ డెవలప్మెంట్, ఇలాంటి డిఫరెంట్ ఫంక్షన్స్ ఉంటాయి. అలా ఎవ్రీ సబ్జెక్ట్లో మీరు ఆపరేషన్స్ మేనేజ్మెంట్లో కానీ, మార్కెటింగ్ మేనేజ్మెంట్లో కానీ, ఫినాన్షియల్ మేనేజ్మెంట్లో కానీ ఎటువంటి ఫంక్షన్స్ ఉంటాయో ఆ ఫంక్షన్స్ అన్నిటికీ ఏదైతే ఎంఐఎస్ అనేది హెల్ప్ చేస్తుందో దాన్ని పర్టికులర్ బ్రాంచ్కి సపరేట్ చేసి ఇస్తారు, అంతే. ఇప్పుడు హెచ్ఆర్ఐఎస్ అనుకోండి, హ్యూమన్ రిసోర్స్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ సిస్టమ్, ఇది హ్యూమన్ రిసోర్స్కి సంబంధించిన ఎంఐఎస్ సిస్టమ్. అలాగే నెక్స్ట్ వచ్చేది మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్ ఎంఐఎస్. మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్ ఎంఐఎస్, యాజ్ ఎ సెట్ ఎర్లియర్, it provides information about production and operation functions for production manager. It take to take decisions regarding production కోసం. They take decisions in the following areas like product design, how a product must be, plant location and layout, how and where the plant must be located and how its layout should be. ఇలాంటి decisions తీసుకోవడానికి, which you all learn in the operation management subject. Next, we are going to learn about very important topic, that is ERP. What does ERP stands for? That is Enterprise Resource Planning. Students, సింపుల్గా చెప్తా వినండి. ERP is a software. What the software do is it integrate all the functions of the management and maintain common database, and the main use of it is to automatically update information in one function to the another function. అంటే ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఇప్పుడు ఒకవేళ ఫినాన్స్లో చేంజెస్ ఏమైనా వస్తే ఈఆర్పి ఫంక్షన్ ఏం చేస్తుందంటే, ఇక్కడ అప్డేట్ అయిన ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ డైరెక్ట్గా కస్టమర్ రిలేషన్షిప్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ ఆర్ సేల్స్ అలా వేరే ఫంక్షన్స్లో డైరెక్ట్గా మేనేజ్ చేస్తుంది, అప్డేట్ చేస్తుంది. ఇది దీని యొక్క మెయిన్ ఫంక్షన్. ఇంకోటి అసలు ఈఆర్పి అంటే ఏంటంటే, ఇప్పుడు జస్ట్ టేక్ ఎన్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, సోషల్ నెట్వర్కింగ్ సైట్స్. ఓకే, వాట్ ఆర్ ద డిఫరెంట్ సోషల్ నెట్వర్కింగ్ సైట్స్ ఆర్ యాప్స్ వీ హ్యావ్? వాట్సాప్, స్నాప్చాట్, టెలిగ్రామ్, మెసెంజర్, ఫేస్బుక్, ఎక్సెట్రా. What is the common goal of these applications? The common goal of these applications is to send messages or transfer information, right? In the same way, ఈఆర్పిని దేంతో ఈక్వేట్ చేయొచ్చు అంటే మనం, ఈఆర్పి ఈజ్ సిమిలర్ టు సోషల్ మీడియా యాప్. వాట్ ఆర్ ద సోషల్ మీడియా యాప్స్ ఆప్షన్స్ అంటే వాట్సాప్, ఫేస్బుక్ అని మీరు చెప్తారు. ఇన్ ద సేమ్ వే డిఫరెంట్ ఈఆర్పి అప్లికేషన్స్ ఆర్ దేర్ లైక్ నెట్ సూట్, SAP ERP, Sage ERP, etc. Now you got the difference between ERP and SAP. SAP is this application which provides ERP function. These are different ERP options companies have based on the company's requirement and budget. They select the best ERP they need, like a NetSuite, SAP ERP or Sage ERP, etc. These are the pricing or subscription free for particular ERP suite per month. Let's say for NetSuite it's $999 per month, and SAP it's about $20,000 per month, and Sage ERP it's about 15,000 per month. Next slide. Emerging IT trends in MIS. Now in the present situations, there are some trends being followed. Just focus on them for today. There may be other trends which may come in few days or in months. Next slide. New trends is, first one, mobile ERP. The executives and employees want real-time access to the information, where regardless of time and place, they want the information update. So they are upgrading their ERP to mobile access ERP, means combining the ERP with the mobile phone, where through mobile phone they can access reports, dashboards, and can take key decisions. Here the example of mobile ERP which is provided by NetSuite. Here we can observe the reports and dashboards on your mobile directly at anywhere and any time. Next trend is cloud ERP. Students, I already told you in the previous classes about the cloud computing, where the hardware and the data storage, maintenance are outside the company, but functions are done through cloud in the company. In the same way, installing ERP in a company is a bit costly and time taking. So cloud ERP concept gained its popularity. It has all advantages that cloud computing has. Once go through all its importance and what are the uses of cloud computing, etc. And the next trend is social ERP. It is recent trend which gained popularity. Let me explain with an example. We all use Facebook. I have a company which sells online courses for different competitive exams. So I attached my ERP to the social media. There it collects information about the people who are posting about the government exams and who are in different government exam groups. Related information it collects. By that collected information about the people who are preparing for the government exams, and I target them and try to sell my courses to them. This is possible by integrating social media with the ERP. Hope you all understand the importance of integrating the ERP with the social medias. Next trend is two-tier ERP. A decade back, focus is made to build an all-encompassed ERP, means an integrated ERP for all functions and all branches, but there are small failures faced. There came the existence of ERP, that is two-tier ERP system. Here from the picture you can understand it very well. The headquarters has the ERP function which is taken as a tier 1 function, and all subsidiaries have the separate ERP system which is considered as two-tier system. If there is a problem in the ERP in the headquarters, there will be no interruption in the subsidiaries. If it is integrated ERP, then a failure in one headquarters or one branch lead to stoppage of the function in the another branch, or whole function will be stopped. So the concept of two-tier ERP came into existence. Next concept is electronic data interchange. Electronic data interchange is intercompany communication of business documents in a standard format which directly move from one company to another for trading purpose. Guys, you know information is valuable assets nowadays. So no company is going to give information for free to other companies. So they get into the trading business of information like B2B, that is business to business trading for profit only. Here they sell the information for profit. For example, I went to buy a car on finance. So approach a finance company. He said, "Sir, if you already have bank account in a particular bank, say Andhra Bank, then the process will be easy." I said, "I have the account in that bank." By giving my details, he get all the information about my profile and CIBIL score from the bank directly in a prescribed format, because the finance company have EDI with that bank directly. So they have EDI link with the bank. They get information quickly and process my loan and lends me finance quickly. And why EDI is important? It saves time and money, as exactly. It improves efficiency and productivity, guys. You remember the difference between efficiency and effectiveness? I already told you. Efficiency means doing things right way. Effectiveness means doing the right things. Productivity, you all know, means overall development and overall success. And next one, it reduces the errors and it improves the traceability and fast analysis of data as the data is coming in a prescribed format. And by saving time and fast service, we can get the positive customer experience and improve our goodwill with the help of EDI. Next, today's last topic is managing international information system. Students, like all your specializations like HR, marketing, IT, finance, international information system or international business information system is a separate specialization which is offered by top business schools. It cannot be taught in one lecture or 1 hour. We just get a small glance about the subject. It is completely concerned about managing the MNCs, that are multinational companies having branches in different countries, and they manage information by using different IT tools and services. It consists of all functions a business had, but a small word is added to every function, that is international human resource information system, international marketing information system, international material system, etc. Next, we go to the international information system architecture. It is just a small diagram to understand the international information system. At the bottom, we see the technology for platform where different technologies used to integrate branches in different countries. Example for this is geographic information system, which you learned in the last class. Next level is managing different business process like HR, marketing, finance, etc. Next level, it goes to structure of organization and hierarchy level of the organization at different countries. Next goes to the global level strategy to make the company success in all the countries. They took these information systems for making the strategic decisions. And the last level is global environment, business driven and challenges. Let us see what are the global challenges in the managing international information system. The first challenge is cultural particulars, that includes religion, nationality, language differences, which are the challenges faced by the multinational companies. Social expectations, that is brand name or social status of using a product, etc. Using a bench car in India, people feel it a status symbol. And next is political laws, which differ from country to country, which you learned in international business environment in the first semester. Thank you guys. It's been a lengthy class. Thank you for being so patient in listening my class. Thank you.